Hi, this is the latest update in preparation for the great feast of the Ascension that we're celebrating on this seventh Sunday in the Easter season. I'm recording this, in fact, on Ascension Thursday, the traditional date, but as you know, the celebration of the Ascension has been transferred to the Sunday following Ascension Thursday, or the seventh Sunday of Easter. This Ascension theology or spirituality has been described by especially Ronald Rolheiser. He is a oblate of the Mary Immaculate. He's also the rector of the seminary Oblate School of Theology in San Antonio, Texas. He describes this Ascension theology or Ascension spirituality as a letting go. A letting go, a farewelling. And it calls our attention to the practice, if you will, of letting go. Letting go, as you know, might be understood as grieving, farewelling, moving on. I'm thinking of an exercise that we had as kids at camp, and it was tug of war. And we used to play some pretty serious games over the creek, so that to lose at tug of war wasn't to be dragged over the line, it was to be dragged into the water. And there came a point in any tug of war game where one needed to really dig down and hold on tight and pull with all their strength. There came another point in any tug of war game when one needed to know it was time to let go. Or you were going to end up in the drink. Better yet, and more importantly, is that one's hands were going to be burned by the rope. So that when you can tell that things are not going in the direction that you had hoped and that you had worked for and that you had counted on and that you had planned for, it is time to acknowledge that and to let go. Reality demands that we let go often. This rope burn in the hands of the tug-of-war game is reminiscent of, or reflective of, or symbolic of the burning of the heart when we cling to that which is passed by us. Of course, we naturally think of times of grief and human loss, but I think this is as powerful in our lives with the death of dreams, or the admittance of wrong-mindedness and overzealousness on our part, overly committed passion to having it our way, having life to work out according to our limited descriptions and anticipation and hopes and strategies. This call to let go, as Jesus ascended into heaven from the apostles, declaring that it's necessary for me to go. While I know that you are sad for a while, you will rejoice in the fulfillment of life. That's the great mystery and surprise of life with God, is that the sadness that we experience over the limited possibilities that we've conceived of in our minds are outdone with the impossible that God is able to replace those small-minded, pusillanimous aspects of our lives, small-souled demands of our lives. God can replace those with unimaginable glory and love and accomplishment. So maybe you can think with me about the difficult things that you have struggled to let go of. And that failure to let go has limited God's ability to work in your life and in my life. If you have, write me a note or a comment on this Facebook page, or check out, of course, thematadorword.blogspot.com. I think I said that right. And I'll really benefit from your feedback on this homily prep.